Tell me a bit about yourself and how you became interested in music.
My name is Robbie Ashworth and I'm on the autistic spectrum. I went to a special school, and whilst there I had a music therapy teacher who would come once a week and we do music sessions. From then I had a keyboard as a Christmas present, and then I discovered I had absolute pitch. I'll demonstrate this to you. That's an A flat, and that's a D, and I'm not looking at the piano. And with my absolute pitch I have something called tone colour synaesthesia.
So can you tell me a bit more about what tone colour synaesthesia is?
Yes, with each note in the scale I associate each note with a colour and a scene dominated by a particular colour. For example, E flat. When I close my eyes I can picture being in a woods and seeing sunlight reflecting onto the green leaves.
So apart from the 12 colours, what other colours do you see?
Yeah, there are a few other colours which are not in the Western scale, such as seaweed green, which is between E and E flat, E half flat. Between F sharp and G we have a mustard brown. And between G and A flat we have a cream colour. However, we do not have a pink, a black or a white anyway, even with microtones.
Do you have an example of a piece where you use all your colours?
Absolutely. I composed a piece called Tone Colours, and the aim of that was to demonstrate just that. So it starts in the key of C, which for me is sky blue, and it goes through all 12 keys before ending in the key of C again. I'll explain my colours as we go along. Sky blue, dark red, icy blue, yellow, sky blue, red, frosty blue, yellow, blue, lime green, bright orange, toffee brown, purple, lime green, orange, again toffee brown, and purple, and next we have silver and grey. Dark brown, dark blue, dark blue, bright green, orange, and back to sky blue, red, blue, yellow, and sky blue.
So are there other composers that have synaesthesia?
There are a number of other composers with synaesthesia, including Olivier Messiaen, Rimsky-Korsakov and Alexander Scriabin. And as a matter of fact, Scriabin and Korsakov would disagree with each other with what colours they associated with different keys. And I see colours differently as well. For example, Scriabin's F note is dark red, whereas for me that is ice blue, and my dark red is A.
Is it difficult to hear sort of certain songs because they're the wrong colour for you?
Yes, and especially some songs with colours in the title. For example, In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry, it it's in the key of E major, which therefore is dark blue, but it portrays the wrong emotion, and it should be bright green or bright yellow. And another example is Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs, because that's ice blue onions. It should be E flat instead of F minor. And I'll give you another example. Here is a Yellow by Coldplay, which originally in the key of B, but for me this is purple. Here is how I think it should sound. This is it Yellow in the key of G. In addition, sometimes, you know how music evokes memories, sometimes that conflicts with my tone colour synaesthesia. For example, there's a Robbie Williams track which reminds me of a bright sunny evening, but with my synaesthesia it is actually dark blue. And notes sometimes also give not just emotions but sensations of hot and cold. For example, this is D, which is warm, orange, and this is F, which is cold, ice blue.
I was going to ask as well, do you have a favourite colour and a favourite note that you like to sort of incorporate in your compositions?
Well, that totally depends on the mood that I'm in at the time I compose, but for happy music, definitely the key of E flat, which is bright green.
And for your composition with Drake, how did you go about and how did you start that composition of that piece?
Well, it's all about living in today's society with a hidden disability and not being included and being left out. So my composition for the commission starts in the key of A flat minor. And it represents a city where people where Aspies are living in a world where everyone is neurotypical and they're not being treated fairly. And then they go on a journey to another city where everyone is free to be whoever they want to be.
And sort of colour-wise, how does the colours change?
It starts in the key of A flat minor, as mentioned, which is a dark grey, like a thundercloud grey, and then when it goes to the flight, it represents the colour of city lights at night, which is in the key of D. Then it temporarily goes back to the A flat minor, and then it progresses through the bright chords such as E flat, B flat, C, and so on.
So can you play a little bit for us?
Of course, yes, here it is. So here it is grey. Oh, absolutely. The filmmakers did a really good job of portraying my music and putting the image to it. I especially liked it when it's in black and white and when they're on the flight and the colour comes in.
And what would you like to do in the future?
I would like to develop my skills and continue composing and performing and working within the creative industries.